Intex or any of these type of pump and filter setups. All right, this is the A port on the pool. We'll put this stuff on first. So this outlet on the back, there'll be a gasket. I'll put that on, and you'll slide it through from the inside of the pool and into the hole. So the gasket's on the inside of the pool. And then this ring goes across here and tightens in and tightens this against the pool side. So this also has a gasket. This gasket will go down inside this groove, and you'll tighten it onto the pool outlet. All right, so there's this tightened down. All right, on the bottom of the nub, there should be a gasket here. And then you'll have your 6-foot hose. And this attaches up onto the outlet. That hose runs out into the top of your filter. So here's the A port. So put a gasket on the A port and then tighten the hose down to it. There you go. So the C port comes out. You'll have a gasket here. And then you have this little tiny hose, and that runs out to your fuel or your pool pump. And then here's a gasket here, and then you'll connect this small line to both of these. So here's the line connected from C to C. And then goes your strainer basket. There's also a gasket on top of this. Then you put your lid on, and then the cap. Tighten that down. All right, you'll have the 2 inlets. It'll go on the number B. There's 2 B's. It'll come in on both of those from the inside of the pool. All right, then you'll have 2 3-foot hoses, and they each attach to these, and then these have the little washers that tighten down on the outlets. All right, so there's the 2 of those, and then they come down to this little T, and there's a gasket on each end of it, and then these hoses connect to it. All right, so there's the T. On the bottom of this is another gasket. You have another 6-foot hose that connects to the bottom of this. This T runs over to your pump in the B port. There'll be another gasket, and then connect your hose from the B ports. All right, and for your pump, insert your pump part. This is just a straining cover. You take this off before putting it together. Right, so fill the filter with your filter material. Your stand, the pump has knobs. The stand goes into those knobs. So it sits like this. Your filter has a notch on the bottom. Goes into the notch on the stand. Remove the filter cover. Put your pump piece on. Align your bracket around the lip. Insert the nuts and bolts and tighten.